And this is our very first semi-final of the day. It is our Western representative, Foggy, facing the strongest undead in Asia, our DreamHack champion of fall. It is 1-0 versus Foggy, and they meet each other not for the first time this year, but the second time, actually. What the hell is wrong here? They met each other at WGL, and at WGL, it was a best of 2. And it was a draw. So now, in a full-out best of 5, things are a little different, and we move on to match number 1, to map number 1. This will pave the way for the rest of the series to come. Who gets the lead in Yule Cup 3, the first semi-final? As always, please let me know if the sound is alright. It's always a little tricky with the sound we got. As you see, we joined this game a little later, but that is due to, you know, Chinese production. I don't have a hand in this, as you know. In-game loud, in-game loud. Okay. Yeah, I hope this will be better. So we see Foggy in the red. Upper right-hand side.
Players' forces are under attack.
Is this better? No, right? 100%, right? This should be better. Okay, you guys let me know. We see Foggy on the upper right-hand side with the Keeper of the Grove. That is his patented style versus Undead. Currently, of course, he has the best practice in the world by facing Happy all the time. And of course, he knows what to do. And that is a Keeper, that is expansion. Man, we are watching this from the moon, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Observer. Archer opening with the Keeper of the Grove, level 2 already. And 1-0 with a lot of ghouls. Seemingly know exactly what to do. Doesn't want to jump on the expansion too early. Or on the creep too early. This could have been pretty good. Here comes the last hit. No steal. Wrong mic? I don't think so, but I can check for you. Mic sounds okay to me. Yeah, let me know. So of course Foggy has to be super careful of not getting surrounded. He put some good damage onto that DK already. And 1-0 isn't getting a grasp of Foggy so far. One Archer might be down, but that is time for the expansion to come up. That is time where 1-0 can't creep and won't get closer to level 3. And Foggy dodging these ghoul surrounds excellently. So all this time that 1-0 invested was just used for a green spot. I guess that's good. We don't have the level 3 Keeper yet, which would of course be ideal. Last hit? Not really, but we got the Archer finally. Oh, there was only one. Keeper has the staff, so he should be safe. He used it before, but it should be off cooldown once again. And this is time for the expansion. 1-0, what's your follow-up? Are you transitioning into Fiends? Are you transitioning into Gargoyles? Of course, Foggy knows exactly what to do against any style in the world. And this is probably the weakest matchup of 1-0, I would say. Maybe you could argue Undead Mirror, but it's one of the two. He's insanely strong versus Orc. He's very good against Human as well, even though he got his own style, and I think Happy is definitely better. Oh my god, the Rune Bracers. That is the absolute dream, especially if Foggy follows this up with the Demon Hunter. Yeah, Spiral, you're right that 1-0 defeated Moon 3-2 in the DreamHack Grand Final, but that just shows how good 1-0 can be if he really wants to. It is a Demon Hunter follow-up, it is a Keeper level 3, there's no sign of a counter expansion yet. And Demon Hunter needs to level now. Okay, and that's exactly what he does. Invo potion as well, Ring of Regen, Slippers. What a great inventory for Foggy. Gets a little bit of damage, gets a little bit of extra HP regen, and little spell damage reduction. And of course against undead, spell damage reduction is one of the best things that you can get. Usually the Demon Hunter at the beginning of the fight is weaving in, tries to mana burn as much as he can, but therefore eating Coil Nova obviously spells, and if you have spell damage reduction, then this doesn't hurt as much. So it is a Fiend follow-up. No Gargs, which I think should be good. I wonder if Foggy and 120 go into these super extended 100 supply games, just like Foggy and Happy do all the time, or if 120 is a little less patient and pushes before. He showed that versus Human already, that he really likes to push before things go out of control. Foggy with good scouting. We of course have to mention that this is played on NetEase. Foggy playing from the Belarus, 120 playing from China, so the better conditions certainly for the Chinese. Here comes the push. Foggy just finished the camp, claws +9, even more damage. Do we have an orb ready? There is an orb, there's an Ancient Protector. I don't think he's on tier 3 yet. There we go, Coil Nova opening. Thank you Kai Katze for the 62-month resub. Warcraft 3, best game ever. Much love, mate.
Players' forces are under attack.
And this forced a town portal, but that was it. Barely any damage on anything. And Foggy going into his Mass Dryad play. With the Creepjack now, can maybe get the return. It is already good if he's just getting a little bit of mana burn. That depletes the mana of the statues, and then for the real fights, or just for creeping, there might just not be too much Coil Nova ready. But the ghouls, they're scary now. Tier 3 is online. Ghoul Frenzy as well. Lich has an orb. So this is one of the most powerful power spikes of 120 in this entire game. Foggy's trying to kite backwards into the safety of his Ancient Protector. And of course the Engine of War. Dryad splitting and dancing seems good. Takes out one ghoul after the next. There's a lot of poison spread on the ghouls here. So the statues have to work overtime. That is Lich level 3, getting a little more scary here. Certainly losses for Foggy, that's undeniable. But he has the expansion. And now I would love to take a look into his base to see how far the tech is. Naga 3rd. And that's a clear indicator that 120 wants to end this as soon as possible. Foggy's not ready yet. We didn't even start the tech, so we can't even think about orbs. It's just gonna be Mass Dryads. And the push continues. Foggy needs production, needs to time out, to buy some time. So far, the Dryads only repositioning. Hero focus is a thing next to the shop, though. That's an Invo potion, maybe the big one from before. There's no Reju yet, of course. Dryads seem to be falling quickly, but Foggy is reproducing in the fights. And 120 is diving into AP, Engine of War, and Tree of Life. That's probably the best position possible for Foggy, but is it enough? Another Invul potion used on the Demon Hunter. And 120 seems to be taking this fight for now, as Foggy's Dryad numbers are getting closer and closer to 0. But the Naga is gone. The least important hero in 120's side, I think. There's a coil, there's also more. And the Demon Hunter is out of mana, but the DK and the Lich aren't. What is that? That is unheard of. And 120 still a strong force. Foggy could never get rid of all these ghouls, so he's tearing through these buildings now. There's one more coil. And things seemingly falling apart for our Ukrainian friend. But it's not over yet. Foggy is a master in survival. Unfortunately, shop is gone. Hope he reproduced that one. Oh, yeah. There's the fight, brother. Nice burrows. Identifying that there is no reveal at the moment. Could always send something. to the lab. Demon Hunter staffed out. It is nighttime now, so Moon Juice is regenerating. Foggy's focus fire looking okay, but the statue is still there. 1-0 finds himself in a little bit of a sandwich position. And as long as this expo is running, Foggy has a shot. 1-0 is not getting better from here on out. But he needs to hold this. 2 Dryads about to fall. Not sure if there's Nature's Blessing. The Keeper's out of mana. Demon Hunter is back now. He needs to carry. Here's the dust. That could lead to like 2 or 3 kills. Lich level 4. You all know how powerful that is. But once he got rid of all the ghouls, this might be a strong force for Foggy in the end. But he just doesn't. It doesn't work. He's focusing on the Fiends to diminish the damage against the Dryads. Oh, great micro. Demon Hunter's out of the fight. The Fiend is baiting that. And in the meantime, okay, level 4, also not too bad. But Foggy lost more than 10 supply. And he's still on tier 2. Not even started the tech. This is looking desperate as of now. The heroes need to carry, but without an orb, how is that supposed to work? Staff out once more, and he has to rely on the little bit of mana regen that he got. The repair is, I guess, too late? Not yet. So how dangerous is this undead force against buildings once the ghouls are gone? I'm not too sure. Maybe Foggy did a little bit of a mistake here. That's the Nova, and that's the kill on the Keeper. A little bit of a mistake to not take out the ghouls quickly enough, yet focusing on the Dryads. With the Keeper gone, there's of course no staff, and there's a coil mana potion used. Ghoul Frenzy. Oh no! Don't tell me! Can he save the statue ghouls? They're all trying so hard. Oh, it's still not enough. It's the miss. Oh my god, Foggy survives, but his Expo doesn't. And now he finds himself at 50 supply, on tier 2, on 1 base. What a brutal fight. Here's the DK, here's the GG, here is game 1. In the books for 1-0. That was a good one though. That was a very, very strong 1-0 in the fights. Big goal commitment, early push, aggression. And this is so different from how Happy plays this. Foggy knows this, of course, had a lot of preparation against 1-0 prior to WGL. And what was the key here? I'm not too sure. His preparation looked good. Like his expansion had this Engine of War in position, had the Engine Protector there. Maybe a Moonwheel would have been good, but the shop was there instead. I think it was just excellent fighting. I'm always a big fan of taking the ghouls out first. Because then there's just piercing damage and hero damage against buildings. And then maybe you don't even need Nature's Blessing. But yeah, clearly something Foggy can fix. Maybe this is also one of the undead maps recently. Not recently, for a long time. 4 more maps, hopefully. Yeah, it feels like Foggy has to adjust his play a little bit. He wanted to go heavily into Dryads. With an expansion, of course, makes sense. You can't get everything at the same time. But man, I feel like you need Orb. And some Orb and Reju is so good. Maybe the timings were a little off. But yeah, Foggy can certainly fix that. What's the shirt, Neo? It's a band shirt by the Great Grandpa. Great band, great album. Apparently great shirt. Okay, Foggy. You need to show your comeback potential on, oh yeah, baby, your map, quote unquote, in this matchup. It's time for Echo Isles. This was the map where Foggy defeated 1-0 for the first time ever. This is the map where Foggy claimed his first best of 5 victory over Happy. And he's on a good spawn on the right hand side. Could go to the mercenary camp. 1-0 clearly had some issues with this map, as it is pretty much an expansion map. Don't know if the timings are working out too well here. And of course you're gonna get your predictions, everybody. I know you're addicted to gambling. So, on the right hand side, it's very hard to cancel the buildings that the Night Elf is positioning there. So the right side spawn always seems a little better. It's still a keeper, no warden anymore.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, wrong prediction. Sorry about that. Wait. Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, maybe I shouldn't do the predictions then anymore. Let's focus on the game. So for Foggy, the game plan is clear. Creep up. Expand. And let the Night Elf tier 3 work for you. For 1-0, it's not that clear. Could go for a dedicated push. Could go for an expansion himself. So I would love to see his base. To see what's that. Thank you, Jan, for the €1 donation. My Buffett money, go Foggy. I appreciate that, mate. So we have a tech here already. Foggy wasn't able to creep to level 2. This could always be a ghoul rush on this map. 1-0 is a little cheeky from time to time and throws in these rushes, but rather rarely. But here we go. It is a lot of ghouls. He is flooding the base. And now Foggy, probably happy that his engine of war is not at the mercenary camp, but also a little sad that he can't go for more mercenaries. It just turned nighttime, and this is scary for Foggy already. There's damage everywhere, on Wisp, on the archers. There is a tech behind this, as we saw. Foggy with the second engine of war. Randius, thank you for the sub, mate. No second engine of war here. Keeper has to be ultra careful of not getting surrounded. Detonate didn't hit, actually. I'm not too sure. Should have been in range of the DK, and Foggy is losing so much. Second engine of war also super far away from the base. So whatever he's producing there, it's not gonna help immediately. Would love to have level 2 for Entangle to just single out units. But at the moment it's all 1-2-0 with attack halfway through. What a great opening. This reeks a little of desperation on this map because he literally tried everything before this. Especially expansions were his jam. But so far, he's kind of styling on Foggy here. Did he do critical damage, though? I don't think so. The delay is heavy. Real heavy on the tech. And I think it disrupts Foggy's game plan to not go for an early expansion, and especially with the levels. There's a big red cross across Foggy's game plan now. But nothing that's unfixable. Like the engine of war position now, so you don't have to move the tree in the north down or just creep with a tree into something. But yeah, has to catch up in tech, has to level.
Forces are under attack.
But Foggy gets his favorite item, the staff. Gotta be careful. Move, 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 move. Oof, calculated. So the next phase of the game begins. Foggy consolidating. But even on Northern Isles, the push was super crisp. And he did kill that expansion in the meantime. So now with the tech so low, or so late, wonder if we can still do it. Thank you, Hiatus, 31-month resub, much love, mate. This is just excellent Warcraft by 120 so far. Ooh, Scroll of the Beast. Can always be detonated with wisps, but if they're not around, that's harsh. Lich second again. This is a slaughter. Oh, wait. Is that a slaughterhouse? Could go into late Gargs as well. Teggy, much love, man. 2 years already. Just amazing. Thank you, man. Okay, it is a slaughterhouse, so again, the Ghoul Fiend play. Nova coming in, that's level 3. Keeper has to be a little careful, but TS Entangle now. This is Foggy's play. Distracting with the Keeper, buying time for the second hero. Who's not there yet, if I see this correctly. Could, of course, once again go for the Demon Hunter, but creeping him on this map is not too easy. The Engine of War is moving down to the mercenary camp, gets ready for the Murlocs, which is excellent to creep with an Engine of War because they mostly do poison damage. Engine of War will not get affected by poison. But it is once again a clear advantage for 120. But he's also a little under pressure. Needs to go for a push at some point. You can't let a Night Elf mine for 10 minutes and don't expect the worst. Tricky thing on Echo Isles, just as on Northern Isles, just one shop. So far, Foggy took control of that very well. And again, the typical setup. Engine of War, Engine Protection, Engine Protector and Shop. But this is a nasty creep check. One archer already down. Second archer instantly falling. That Naga third again. The tech advantage is just way too brutal. Way too brutal. He's getting out without a town portal, so that's kind of fine. That's kind of consolidating. But where's the army? Where's anything for Foggy? How is he supposed to hold this with Keeper and Demon Hunter 120 outplays him? Pretty hard, I gotta say. Shop, gone. Engine Protector not even up yet. Invo Potion used immediately. The Engine of War will of course help for a while, but the ghouls, Foggy's just not ready for the ghouls. Yeah, this is even better for 120 than Northern Isles was. And even there, Foggy had a hard time. The Ghoul Rush early completely threw him off. Coil Nova, no shop, just a kill. GG, 120, quick 2-0 in an impressive fashion. This looks so dominating. The series is 24 minutes old, and we have a 2-0 score. Yeah, just incredible. And it is very rare that Foggy gets outplayed like this. Very rare. Maybe he mis-scouted something. Because he totally wasn't ready for the ghouls. Like, not at all. Second Engine of War came fast. But that was no saving grace at all. That didn't help in this defense at all. It helped a little by catching up afterwards. And this ghoul push on tier 1, behind the tech. Didn't see that coming at all. Phew, this is rough now. Winning 3 maps in a row against 120. It's fascinating, man. In the group stage, I did not think 120 would be a favorite in this tournament at all. To be honest with you guys. This group stage didn't look too great. Many mistakes, not the greatest game plans, not the greatest strategies. But here he shows up big time. So spam this Froggy to help Foggy. He needs your support if he wants to go into the grand final. Let's not underestimate though how crazy this run already is for Foggy, making it top 4 in a Netties tournament with a lot of the best players in the world, eliminating, completely demolishing Chemico yesterday. And winning his group over Colorful, for example, over Colorful, Lin and Fortitude. So reaching this final 4 is a crazy, crazy accomplishment for Foggy already. He's in the prize money ranks. That's always a good support. Will he meet his master today? He needs a big win here, I feel, for the momentum alone. Keeper on the Night Elf side, DK on the Undead side. That's to be expected. Foggy not going for a shop creep, and I guess that is a little bit of... like, he's a little bit afraid. You could creep faster with the shop on the left-hand side, but he's a little hesitant. Of course, Foggy's main objective is always an expansion. To that positioning looks a lot better there as well. But yeah, no greedy creep, and with the Engine of War here, the base is not as exposed to a possible new ghoul rush. Yeah, Foggy, all eyes on 120's base, or at least the middle of the map. Rush distance from Undead base to Night Elf expansion. It's rather short. This can hit you hard. Yeah, probably would have been easier to hold the ghoul push with mercenaries, but then also the Engine of War is far away, archers are far away. Hard to say, and wow, 120 with a third different strategy, going for an expansion this time. And I guess this is what Foggy expected on Echo Owls already, but then was completely overwhelmed. Ooh, was that cancelled? I'm not too sure actually. If he kills the Acolyte, that's a huge win for Foggy. And he gets it, also not denied, close to level 2, which would then unlock Entangle. DK gets level 2 prior, but the ghoul kill. Oh, just barely. How many of these 1-digit HP escapes have we seen? A lot. DK, pretty much no damage on him yet. All the damage ended up on ghouls and the Ziggurat. He completely got rid of that. Did he? That blight. If 120 still goes for an expansion, his tech is gonna be happening next year. Hansaw is coming. Still a couple of ghouls. He is teching. And Foggy knows that. So if he moves out of that surround attempt, he should be fine with him teching as well. By now, typical Tree of Life position on the right hand side. Positions it further away from the Undead base, makes it harder to reach, makes it easier to defend. Makes it a little later.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is that level 2 finally? Don't block me, mate. There we go. Creeping with the skull now. And the staff for the DK. Double claw. Lich is gonna be super happy about this. Expansion will take some time. Only level 2, man. The progress is barely existing. And here we go. Ghoul Flood again. And Snare, super unlucky. How amazing are the timings of 1-0 today? Jeez Louise. This is the third time where he creepjacks Foggy. Absolutely tremendous. 2 ghouls here, gets the surround. Oh no, trying to staff out. This costs a lot of HP. Don't want to lose too much HP because then... Wait. He built that Hunter Soul before. How's the Hunter Soul coming up only now? What? What kind of mistake is that? Did he cancel it by accident? I am 100% sure that we saw another Hunter Soul in the upper left of his base. Oh, I would love to know what happened there. But good mini objectives for Foggy. Oh, tier 3 rushed again. As he's getting a couple of ghouls, reducing the next push. A lot of them hurt already. They will of course regen on Blight. And if that late Hunter Soul is a mistake and no game plan, we have a situation again where 1-0's tech is just... Oh my god. Way too fast. Lures only now. 1 gets cancelled. It's an utter disaster. Oh, it's so rough. This Lich will hit hard. Keeper is super far away from level 3. Expo didn't even start entangling yet. I'm sorry, but I don't see any advantage for Foggy in this game. Last hit goes to the Demon Hunter. Okay. Finally some entangling. But this first push was just a poke. This was just, hey, let's use my ghouls while I can. Brings the potion. Good Lich usage, good Lich damage. Level 3 DK. Yeah, Foggy is facing elimination. I would say with 1 lag, he's out of the tournament already. And again, the game plan is buying time. The question is how. Counterattacks to keep 1-0 at least in his side of the map. He burnt mana really, really well. But it's already tier 3. We're waiting for the frenzy and then it's time to push. Foggy didn't mind this. Okay, now starts to mine from his expansion. Super late. No tier 3. Foggy didn't start a single tier 3 tech this entire series. Maybe Foggy is too used to the happy style, to the super late game. And 1-0 identified that if you push this hard, it's gonna work out. I don't think we have a Naga yet. So the push might be a little weaker. He wants level 2 before. But yeah, this is plus 15 damage already on the Lich. Wonder if this timing still works without Naga, or if he even needs her. He's 100 gold away, so this is some time. Yeah, it's gonna be... Wait, he's not going for that Naga? We'll see. Demon Hunter in trouble. Almost getting surrounded there. No shop here, no Moonwell, so at one point he has to get back. But it's 2 ghoul kills. Frost armor on the ghouls. Interesting to see. As, yeah, we... Oh, shop ready. Needs a potion soon. But the mana burns look good. That was the potion consumed on the DK. A very, very, very important item. Getting rid of Entangle. And on Treants. Gee, this mana on the Destroyer is going to result in a lot of damage. Okay, and now we turn back. Now we get the Naga. And then we push again. Foggy at 49. Wait, still no Naga. Okay. This might turn out to be the least powerful push on 1-0 side. Okay, there's the Naga, of course. That is the push then. If Foggy holds this, he has a very, very good shot of winning it. This time he's focusing way more on the ghouls, which I like. Way more compared to Northern Isles. He's diving deep into the Fiends. Nice play by 1-0 to just move the ghouls back. Dryads are all following into the arms of the Fiends. And now mana is an issue for Foggy as well. Is there staff ready? Yes, there is. But the Dryads are so exposed. Now in the shadow of the tower. But Foggy is holding on to dear life now. To tournament life. It looked pretty grim for China, not gonna lie, after the group stage. Just one of their players made it into the top 8. But if we look at this now, incredible. He doesn't even have the resources to get the Demon Hunter back to full HP. 1-0 just on a hunt here. Never got up to level 3, which is the main objective. Staff ready? Lich in trouble? Do we have another coil? No, but an Ankh on the Lich, if I'm not mistaken. So losing him, or losing it, isn't even the worst thing in the world. But the Expo is still up. Because how does Foggy get the Demon Hunter back into fighting shape? Against this monster of a Lich. Still no tier 3. Oh my god. Foggy 500 gold as well. And now the question is, how much pressure is there on the tree? Foggy is creeping up to 3. Again, the lack of reach, again the lack of orb. Just has to use all the resources into defending this. And that is the expansion gone. I'm not sure if that even paid off. Works again. The timing works again. Even without ghouls in the end. Super sharp. Like 1-0 hits before there's a level 3 keeper. Then he pulls back. Waits for his next power spike. Strikes before the Demon Hunter is level 3. Just gets his objectives done.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, statue pickup. That could be nice. Foggy! Phew, that seemed like an easy kill. 3 supply. Could have been gone just like that, but he's under pressure in the main. Maybe trying to save his Moonwells. But I don't think anything can save him here. With that result, Happy remains the only Westerner to ever take a Chinese tournament.
Players' forces are under attack.
Wow. I thought this is one of Foggy's strongest matchups, and was I wrong. 3-0. Just like that. Good timing, good micro, good execution. Play into the weak timings of your opponent. As much as Foggy demolished Chemico yesterday, this was the other way around. 1-0 prepared. super well prepared. And Foggy not so much. 40-minute best of 5. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts big time. This is kind of sad because it diminishes Foggy's great run throughout this tournament. He would have deserved better, would have deserved to close the series here. He was very well prepared against Fortitude, against Colorful, yesterday against Chemico. So 3 out of 4 matches were amazing. But not today. Europe's hope crushed. The Undead are still in. China's hopes are still alive. We knew that he would be facing a Korean in the grand final if he makes it all the way. And he's either up against Sock or against Focus. 2 very, very different games. Against Sock, this would be a rematch of the group stage. Against Focus, it's a classic, man. I love this matchup so much. 1-0 versus Focus. It's one of my absolute dearest Warcraft 3 matches in the entire scene. Unfortunately, dreams over for Foggy, but hey, he can be really proud of himself for this. His rise is clear, but 1-0 came with something that Foggy didn't expect, and Foggy didn't know how to counter, and the breaks between the matches probably too short to do something about it. But yeah, sick, real sick.